Good morning, Vietnam!
Hey guys, welcome back to the server. This is going to be a little bit of, I guess, shorter episode or whatever. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. I always say it's going to be a quick one or a short one, and ends up turning into some ridiculously long episode or something. I'm going to try to stop doing that so much. But I was actually not planning on doing an episode this week because I have not been feeling well. Still don't feel entirely great right now, but I figure while I'm just sitting here mindlessly breaking ice and everything like that, I figure I'd just go ahead and chat with you guys and kind of give you a heads up on what's going on. Also, I wanted to cover a topic which, if you can guess by that intro, probably something I was going to be going over because anyone who's followed the channel for a while knows my stance on some stuff. Or not really my stance, but where I'm at in my life and everything. But first things first, let's go ahead and go over the channel update. Whatever, channel update, whatever. This is kind of what's going to happen in the future. Saturdays here in about 2 weeks are going to become football days for me because college football starts and everything like that. So that's going to be happening. Once that happens, I probably won't be doing Saturday streams, which I didn't do one this week because I went to a casino last night and had a good time playing some poker finally for the first time in about 3 years. Lost about 21 bucks, but hey, it happens. Started out pretty rough with getting down over 200, and I definitely feel I was one of the best players, if not the best player at the table long term. Felt like everyone else was just hemorrhaging money over time. So that was kind of nice. Yeah, so Saturdays are going to become less and less available for me to do things because, well, I really like Ohio State and I really want to follow the games, so yeah, I'm probably not going to be doing much for anything on Saturdays anymore. The other thing too is that videos for my I'm going to try to keep doing weekly episodes on Contingency and try to not make them grindy stuff like this, but unfortunately I'm going to be doing a lot of grinding because we're getting close to the point of being ready for 1.8. That means that I have a couple things in my head that I want to get done. Maybe some personal bedrock breaking that needs to be done. And then also I have some other projects that, like, I want to get a bunch of tools, a bunch of armor, a bunch of, like, perfect gear. Basically, I want to get all my enchantments and everything just rocked out before it's time for that to end. By the way, I'm going to show you guys real quick. We do have all the bedrock removed. That was the last corner, and it's done. So, yay, that's done. Nuke spent some time last night finishing it up on stream, which was cool. So happy to have that done finally, so we will be able to update for 1.8 technically. But yeah, other than that, let's see. So I'm going to try to do little episodes of things in the Block O, so that way it's not completely redundant. Today, yes, it's going to be the video is really going to be more of a background thing, just so you can hear that ice breaking over and over and over and over and over again, because that's the fun sound in the world. But we're going to get on to a little bit of a serious topic here, and I'll tell you this going in. There's a very good chance I'm probably going to choke up several times discussing this, because that's just who I am, and everyone should pretty much know Rob Williams died last week. By the time this video comes out, I'm debating if I'm going to put it out Monday, which would actually be pretty close to a week after they found out he was dead. He died from suicide, or apparent suicide, but I'm pretty sure everyone understands it's a suicide at this point. And since then, some information's come out that I guess he's in early stages of Parkinson's disease, I believe. I hope I'm just not saying that wrong. I know which one I'm talking about. It's the one Michael J. Fox has, but for some reason I feel like I'm saying the wrong name. But anyway, so he was apparently in the early stages of that. The good news to hear was that his sobriety was intact. So it wasn't an alcohol-related thing or, you know, anything like that from what it sounds like. The reason this hits really strongly with me, number one, depression. I mean, that's a factor that's huge for me. I've covered this on the channel before, about being depressed and, you know, all that fun stuff. It's very, very, very challenging to deal with the day-to-day stuff when you are constantly unhappy, and I don't have a reason to be unhappy. I mean, there's no reason at all. But it's always a fight and a struggle to, I guess, quote-unquote, put my happy face on and do my thing. It's really tough. And, you know, huge props to my girlfriend for going through that, because it's a roller coaster. It's a very, very rough roller coaster. That's the only way I can really put it, because, you know, some days I'm great, some days I'm down. 1 hour I'll be up, 1 hour I'll be down. It's really, really hard. And from what it seemed, or from what I've read and everything, Robin had depression for unbelievably long period of time in his life, kind of thing. It's exhausting. It's the only way I can put it. I mean, for where I'm at in my life, you know, I've only had this for, you know, 10, 15 years range, kind of thing. I can't imagine for having it for that long, kind of thing, and having that fight every day, because I'm already zapped of energy at the age I'm at, and I'm getting near 30, and it's exhausting. It helps that I'm able to talk to people about it. I've got people in my life who understand and are willing to listen, and that really goes a long way. So it's tough, and when I found out that he had died, and then found out why, I'm not gonna lie, guys, it killed me. I mean, it hurt. It's scary, because, you know, that's someone who I grew up, and Robin Williams was a part of my life. So many movies that I watched, so much comedy, laughter, you know, just that connection. And yeah, I mean, that's really tough to lose, and kind of scary that, you know, someone out there had all those tools and options, and it beat them. And that's scary as hell. But it's a reminder that, you know, that shit doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter who you are. I mean, that's tough. So I'm gonna really miss Robin being I'm gonna miss his work so much. And it's gonna be hard to watch his work, because it's gonna be a reminder every time. And the thing that really, I think, killed me was the Aladdin picture with, you know, Genie, you're free. That hits. I mean, I saw that, and it was crushing. And as I said, I'm choking up. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Just as I said, I'm gonna have trouble getting through this episode. When it's something that beats someone, and it's that issue is a part of your life, and it's someone that you really admired, it's fucking scary. That's really the only way to put it. And it worries me a lot. I'm one of the few people, not few people, but I've been very lucky that a lot of people around me in my life have been very good at listening to me with this stuff and not making me feel isolated. And the only thing I can stress about that is, and I've had to cut a lot of people out of my life who really were not a part of the solution for me being better. So, if you're having issues with depression, you need to find those few friends who will genuinely listen to you and understand, you know... I really don't know how to put it, guys. Like, you would think I'd be able to speak to this better, because I really just don't know what to say. I tried to think about this all week, and I've spent a lot of time reflecting and trying to figure stuff out, and unfortunately, I still don't have any better answers than what I had last week. Other than the fact that, you know, the realization that, hey, no matter who you are, anybody can be beaten by it. And if you feel like you're getting to the point like you're gonna be beaten, go get help. I made it very clear in the past, or at least I think I have. If I haven't, then I'm making it clear here. I'm not a huge advocate of antidepressant meds. I don't like them in general, and a lot of people who I've talked to that have dealt with depression and have been on the medicines feel very similar to me. That being said, if you are not able to beat it without it, then you may need to take that into consideration and go ahead and try it. If you're struggling that bad, then reach out. You have to reach out. You have to. If you don't, you're gonna lose. That's what it is. I'm a pretty strong person. I'll tell you right now, I don't think a person can single-handedly win in that situation, and you need to make sure that you just have to you just reach out, please. Don't bury yourself like that. It's the worst thing you can do, and people care about you. If it's something that's really bothering you, just, for the love of God, say something. Talk to somebody. Okay, sorry about that again, guys. As I said, this is gonna be hard. Like I was saying, if you're really that bad off, just speak up and say something. Because you need help. And don't let pride be a thing. It will kill you. It will. And that's just a bad way to go out. So speak up, talk to someone. You know, I would like to say I would love to help people out with that. It's kind of hard for me to do that because having it myself, it puts an extra load on me that unfortunately I'm not strong enough to handle anymore. If you're in a horribly bad spot and you really just need to talk, yes, go ahead and contact me. You know, more than willing to do what I can to help you out when you're in a really bad spot. I understand that. But if you're really that concerned about your situation, then there's plenty of ways to get help for depression out there. There's hotlines, and I know that seems really stupid, but they're there for a reason, and they do help people out. That's what their job is, and you need to use that as a tool, because they are people who are equipped to help you out on a much better level than most other people. So yeah, quite frankly, I'll tell you right now, depression's a bitch. And it's very, very hard to cope with. I've been doing it for a very long time. And the longer it goes on, the harder it is, and the more exhausting it becomes. And learning to manage it is a very, very valuable thing, in my opinion. And the sooner you do that, the better you will be off. Better off you will be, whatever, you know what I meant. So yeah, that's really, I mean, I don't know. If you guys got questions, I guess, put them down below. If you need to talk, contact me. Contact the hotline. Do whatever you gotta do. Reach out. Do not quietly just sit there and suffer. Yeah, just don't do it. It's the worst decision you can make, and it's just gonna make things harder. So please don't do that. This topic just kills me, guys. I mean, this is me just being real. Death isn't usually something that bothers me, but when it's something that I'm genuinely scared of myself, it kind of makes me realize that mortality, and, you know, it's a reality check that there's a lot of people suffering out there, and I really would like to get awareness out there. I mean, it's something that genuinely people should know about. And, yeah, that's it. I mean, it's a very, very, very quiet way to die. That's really what it comes down to. So don't let it be that. Just don't. It's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. I really know it's hard. There's been times where I've been driving where I've thought about just turning into the oncoming traffic, or into a guardrail, or off of a bridge. There's been much worse than that, where I thought about, you know, wanting to kill myself for many different ways. There's a point where I actually did research on it. I've been there. It's dark. It's hard. It's incredibly hard to explain to people. All you can do is hope for, you know, someone in your life that cares about you, that's going to be compassionate enough to be able to at least sympathize with you a bit. Unless they have depression, they're not going to be able to empathize about it, because they're not going to be able to understand. I thought we were running out of room here. It's very challenging. So there's all kinds of ropes around you that you can grab onto when you're falling. Reach out and grab one. Don't hit the ground, guys. That's really what it comes down to. I really don't know what to say. I feel like maybe I should have covered more. I don't know. It's a really tough topic for me to talk about because it hits close to home. It's been something that I've been dealing with for a long time. And, yeah, that's... I mean, it doesn't get much more real than this, guys. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and get to the final part of this episode, because I really didn't want to drag it on too long. I don't know if I'm really saying anything that's helping anyone. I thought I'd be a little more composed than this, and yeah, I'm kind of failing at that, and that's okay. It's gonna happen, I know, but the way I want to just sign off on this, guys, is yeah, go ahead and get this cleaned up real quick, because if I let stuff despawn, Nuke might lose his mind. This 30 double chest device we're gonna have after this, but I don't know. think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this little part up here because it's driving me nuts. OCD type stuff's kicking in here. I'm going to get myself a little bit more composed, and then we'll do the final sign-off for this video, guys. So we'll be back here in just a second. Now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more here, but there was something else I kind of wanted to cover regarding all this. This is a little pet peeve of mine, and some people may or may not agree to this, and I don't really give a fuck, to be quite honest. I started seeing a lot of people saying that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And while I generally agree with this comment, when it comes to the regards of depression, to be quite frankly honest with you, there's a lot of bullshit in that statement. For those of you who have depression and you suffer that day to day, I think you'll understand. Because imagine doing that for something like 40 plus years of your life. You know, take what you've already suffered through now and go through that every day for that long. That's no temporary problem, guys. So, solution is not, or suicide is not the solution. It's really not. But please do not put on my channel that fucking quote. And do not spread that stupid fucking quote. Because it's fucking stupid. And it really bothers me. It shows a massive lack of understanding that it's not a temporary problem. It's very likely a permanent problem for a lot of people. Because I don't know many people that do recover from depression. It becomes a management, not a recovery. Okay, sorry about that. Had to sneeze. So, actually, I guess we're going to go ahead and just kind of do this here. Because it's fluid. This is just going to be a moment of silence. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Thank you for everything you gave us.